Hey guys, so about a week and a half ago, Wooting sent me their Wooting 60HE keyboard and I've been testing it out since then. Now that I've gotten used to this board, I'm ready to give you guys my review and thoughts on it. So this right here is the website for the Wooting 60HE and I'll leave this in the description. Once you get your keyboard, you can fully take advantage of it through their wootility software. Just follow what I'm doing and from this page we can either use their browser software or the app. Once you get to the software, you'll see this window here. To begin, just click create profile so that you can start experimenting with all of your settings. Since I already have one for Apex, I'm just going to use that one instead to give you guys a tour of the software. The first tab here is for the color settings. Like a lot of RGB keyboards nowadays, the Wooting also gives you the option to change your color scheme. For those of you wondering, this is what the Wooting looks like with my color scheme. The second tab, called performance, is the most important one where we're going to be changing a lot of our settings. The first setting is called actuation point. Actuation point refers to how far you have to press down a key in order for it to register as an input. So for example, my Z key here will need to be pressed down by 2 millimeters for it to register as an input. This basically means that you want all of your movement inputs W, A, S, and D on 0.1 millimeters, that way your movement feels as responsive as possible. Setting your WASD to 0.1 millimeters also helps a lot with lurching. I'm not a big lurcher myself, but I've started unlocking a lot of my lurch potential with this keyboard. I know some lurch gods like my friend Zeta who have gone this keyboard and done some incredible lurches with it. Something optional that you can do is set your keys around WASD to a higher actuation point, that way you don't fat finger them in a fight. The only exception to this for me is the E key. I personally don't fat finger my E key at all, and it's a really useful key to me because I use it to interact with items, opening doors, connecting to zip lines, etc. That's why I have it on 0.1 millimeters. Another key you want to look out for is your hold crouch. As you guys can see here, my hold crouch is on left control and is set to 0.1 millimeters. I've set it this low because I want my slides to be really responsive. The main things I've noticed that this has helped me with are for reducing dead slides and getting better quick slides. I've seen a huge reduction in the amount of dead slides I've been getting ever since I started using the Wooting, and I've noticed that my quick slides are a lot more crisp than they were before. Now onto one of the most important questions. What is the best superglide actuation point? For me personally, I used to rock the Razer Black Widow Chroma from 2015, which had switches with a 2.0 millimeter actuation point. Since I had gotten them really consistent on that keyboard, I transferred the same values over to the Wooting. I experimented a bit and found that for me, having my spacebar on 2.0 millimeter AP and my C on 1.9 millimeter AP works best. Now this could be very different for a lot of you, so I'm just going to show you a quick method to find your perfect actuation points. Hop in the firing range real quick and attempt to go for a superglide. If you get this jump every time you go for a superglide, you want to decrease the actuation point for your C key. If you just stay on the ground like this, then you want to decrease the actuation point of your spacebar. Treeree also has a very good method that's similar to this, so if mine doesn't work, then check that one out. I'll link his video in the description. The next setting is called a rapid trigger, and what this does is it resets the actuation point of the key you're pressing once you start releasing it. This way you can effectively spam a key without having to fully release it. This can help a lot with hot dropping and grabbing loot before others. I would recommend turning rapid trigger on because of this. And for tachyon mode, one quick read of the description of this setting will tell you that you want to keep this on. And that pretty much covers the whole Wooting software. As you've heard during the video, I've been giving this keyboard a lot of praise because of its software integration that helps me play better in Apex. Especially since I'm a movement guy, this keyboard helps by making my movement as responsive as possible. Thanks a lot to the homies at Wooting for sending out a sample, and let me know what you guys think about this keyboard in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something new.